Look, no jokes, today's video is going to be short. It's a sad story that exposes the rank hypocrisy and alleged misconduct of the very top of the Liberal Party. I've been made aware of emails that allege serious misconduct by senior Liberals. These emails are written by a female Liberal Party member to the state executive complaining about alleged misconduct from multiple senior figures in the Liberal Party. The first section I'll read is about the response this Liberal member received from a very senior staffer in the Prime Minister's office. This woman complained to the staffer about alleged harassment she experienced at the hands of the former senior Liberal MP and his family. I'll codename the Prime Minister's office staff as Steve and the senior Liberal MP Ben. References to a specific electorate will be omitted. A section of it reads as follows. Steve had been very supportive of my professional career, whether it was seeking a government appointment or running for pre-selection at the next election in the electorate. However, after 2 visits to my home where he behaved extremely inappropriately in what can only be described as a sexual manner, I understand that he has changed his mind. On each occasion, my vulnerability in relation to what Ben and his family had been doing to me was abundantly clear. I am not suggesting that Steve's actions constituted assaults, but I would characterise them as highly improper. After the first incident, I asked him to help me understand what was going through his mind. It was on the basis that he was going to apologise that I allowed him to visit me the second time. It was during this visit, after another very emotional conversation about what had occurred with Ben, that the second incident took place. I will elaborate on these if required. At this stage, I would prefer to spare his family the details that any written communication may divulge. I also appreciate that there are aspects of Steve's and my friendship over the years that may be relevant, and I'm open to discussing those further. This email got no response from the senior person on the state executive that it was emailed to, an email not only alleging misconduct by a former senior MP, but an inappropriate sexual behaviour from an incredibly senior staffer within the Prime Minister's office. In fact, this staffer from the Prime Minister's office had had the task of dealing with other serious allegations, and when he was subjected to allegations himself, the Liberal Party didn't respond. After months of no response, the Liberal member sent another email to the same executive of the Liberal Party detailing an allegation of how she felt like she'd been tricked into a relationship with that same senior MP, and how that may constitute a breach of the Liberal Party Code of Conduct. It reads as follows. I've codenamed the executive Jim. Hi Jim, I refer to my email below of 1 December 2020. I have not received a response to that correspondence. I note that the Code of Conduct was announced yesterday and is immediately enforceable. As you're aware, it's been 3 years since I raised this matter of Ben with the party. I am unsure if the party's panel can hear a matter where consent was provided to someone based on him lying about his marital status. Given that I had rejected Ben on a prior occasion and explained that I had no interest in being with a married man, his decision to lie was very calculated. It was certainly not informed consent that I provided. Given Ben's position, there's a level of seriousness to this matter which I believe has been overlooked. I have, on more than one occasion, had to refer matters to police due to serious threats to the safety of myself and my family. The Liberal Party has yet to take any disciplinary action against Ben. Given the trauma that I sustained to this day, I do not see the Ben matter as historical. We put questions to all parties involved and as of filming this received no response. Now you might think, is it responsible for me to air these serious allegations publicly? After all, I want to make clear, these are just allegations in a series of confidential emails. I am not for a second alleging anything myself. The reason they had to be aired publicly is because this woman for 3 years has tried to deal with these allegations internally, and in return she is alleged to receive more harassment from the Prime Minister's office and no response, let alone action from the Liberal Party as evidenced in these emails. This is an issue that wasn't going to be solved internally. Let's see if Scott Morrison from marketing shows an interest now that the issue's public. What's the bet he'll get Phil Gatchins to do some bullshit review that stays secret and finds nothing? I've published redacted versions of the full letters. I'm not going to say anything more.